It's 8 p.m. Good evening from my part of the world. Let's have another conversation. 14 days to 14th September. 14 days to 14th September. Let's have another conversation. What does success looks like to you? What does success looks like to you? I believe success comes when your internal hero is in control. In the same way, failure also comes when your internal critic is in control. Therefore, tonight I'm asking, who controls your life? It's a decision you have to take. You don't need to tell me. If you can't define what success means to you, society will hand you one, which will frustrate you so much. And if you don't accept that success comes from you, internal, intrinsic, you'll just be chasing after the wind, which can't bring you anything. I believe every human being carries two powerful voices within. Some will call it good and evil. What other names comes to mind? In the comment section, put it in there. I believe every human being carries two powerful voices within. The good or the bad, whatever you call it. But I think there's an inner hero and then internal critic. That when you stand in front of the mirror, when you have conversations with yourself, your inner self is able to equally communicate with you. Either the hero in you or the critic in you. When you are in your lone moments, when you are there by yourself and you're thinking about your life, what comes to your mind? Do you communicate with yourself? Do you have periods that you pause and reflect on your life? In those moments, what do you hear? Do you activate your inner critic or your inner hero? These voices shape how we think, how we act, and ultimately the direction of our lives. You know, there are people who even give up before they start, yeah, because they've empowered their inner critic. Bibi Arun Sabekabia, this voice will come telling you, then are we. One is here, we're into me, others work school, and uncle school, you are not good enough. Those are the internal critic, the inner critic. Whereby your inner hero will as well tell you, work or school, don't go school, this is what you want to do, so go try it. It is not below you, despite your educational background. Go start and see the end result. That is the inner hero. The inner hero will empower you. The inner critic would always put you down. It is the inner critic that makes some people believe that they don't deserve anything good in this life. Oh, as for me, no, not my portion, never again. The inner critic would always put you down. Either you don't deserve, either you don't qualify, either you are below. These voices shape how we think, how we act, and ultimately the direction of our lives. Sometimes I'm tempted to ask people, if you don't believe you deserve a good life, how would a good life come? Because ultimately, if that is your belief, then it means you not do anything that will bring you good life too. So your own prophecy would be fulfilled. Your own prophecy would be fulfilled. If you don't believe that any good thing can happen for you, it means you will not get to work to do any good thing for yourself. And I believe these two voices are very, very powerful because they shape how we think, how we act, and ultimately the direction of our lives. Because the sum total of it is how you think, how you feel influences how we work, how we take action too. So if your inner critic is coming to criticize you and letting you know you don't deserve, you don't qualify, why do you even pursue any, big agenda? So success or failure is not always determined by circumstances. Circumstances outside us, as we've been told to. Success or failure is not always determined by circumstances outside of us, but by which of these voices we allow to take control. Whichever voice that we allow to lead, to take control, ultimately that's the direction at which our life will go. The inner hero is the voice of courage, vision, and possibility. What's the one to me? And your inner hero is telling you, be to me, give it a try. Your inner hero will tell you, you say it won't work, what if it works? So march on. That's your inner hero. So which of the voices we empower is the direction at which our life goes. If you empower your inner critic, everything you want to do is looking at what if it doesn't work. But if you also empower your inner hero will tell you what if it works. Our brains are wired to protect us, such that anytime you want to venture into an unknown thing, in order for your brain to protect you, it come back communicated to you that this is too difficult. This looks too huge, too cumbersome. It is not for you at this moment. Your brain will always try to protect you. But when you activate your inner hero is so excited to explore you. So it will give you the power to do more and to become more. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for being on. Yes, your own prophecy. And then now you Saudi the papa bia ma wabrabo mu da. And yet you think, Sebio. I don't get it. Would you decide as for who they are the papa bia ma wabrabo da? And yet you are sitting down waiting for your life to transform. How is that possible? So then there's a dissonance between body, soul, and spirit. Your body is busily working for something good, but your mind, your soul is indicating to you that, oh, you don't deserve anything good. And when there's this confusion, how on earth can we win with this kind of mindset? Into yeah. The obiade ne saka ebe yama no unkwa wo yenye da because that was your prophecy concerning your own life. Ebi anana neme you don't know what is going to happen even by the end of the year. But if you don't believe that anything good can come to you, how on earth would... Yeah, good evening, Kwaku. Thank you for being on. You don't believe you deserve anything good in your life. How on earth will you expect something good to come to you? So if we can activate our inner critic, to the point that it will suppress us to take even informed decisions. But because you have enabled your inner critic, anything you want to do, then it comes back to tell you, Nefe, unsa umfata, wanko school bebre, and our school dodo. What? So year comes and year goes, and we are still the same, and we are blaming the devil. Which devil? It is because we have empowered, we have enabled our inner critic. When what if it doesn't work comes to mind, why don't we challenge it with what if it works? Those people who were sold, do they have two heads? Are they not like we and you and I? How can they do so much with their lives and we are stagnated, just stuck because we think nothing good can come out of our lives? And if you empower your inner hero, is the voice of courage, vision, and possibility. It is the part of us that believes in our potential, even when the odds are against us. When everybody is saying you can't, and if enabled, if empowered your inner hero, it would come back telling you, give it a try. It would come back telling you, give it a try. Don't mind them, give it a try. Don't mind them, give it a try. You will learn on the job. Even when you tell yourself you can't because you don't have enough ideas, your inner hero will tell you, give it a try. Give it the first shot. Many a time, all you need is the first baby step. And as to how you be able to go through it, it would amaze you. But if we activate our inner critic, it would always make you feel like you can't do anything. You can't amount to anything. As for you, you don't deserve anything. Nothing good will come out of your life. It is a lie from the pit of hell. The inner hero is the voice of courage, vision, and possibility. It is the part of us that believes in our potential, even when the odds are against us. It speaks in encouragement, reminding us that challenges are opportunities for growth and that setbacks are stepping stones into Ushiasia, and you have activated your inner hero. Even when you are down, 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 your inner hero will still come and tell you, hey, take another step again. Dust yourself and take a step again. It is your inner hero that when you activate it, and even when you have casualties, when you have accidents on the way, it would come back telling you, "What's cry? Baby, it's just an accident that happened. Pick your things and get another car and move on." It is your inner hero. Whereby your inner critic will come telling you, "Baby, how can we an accident here? I don't know which." So it is these voices that will shape the direction at which our lives go. Yes, when you accident, yes, the way you plan life is not the way life is going for you. But if you enable your inner hero, it would always come back telling you that you can do more. So wipe your tears and let's go. Wipe your tears and let's go. Take another step and let's move. Take another step and ube down with show. Ube down when you show with you. Ube sawa kowenim bebree from the accident scene. The inner hero fuels resilience, helping you rise after every fall. Watch your super flat, and yet your inner hero, when you empower it, when you enable it, when you activate it, even when you fall down, it doesn't matter the magnitude of the fall. This inner hero will still come and tell you, get up and let's go. It would come telling you, this is just a chapter of your life. If you don't open the next page, you may never know what the next chapter holds for you. And these are inner conversations we have with ourselves. And that's why I always ask, when do you pause and sit down and have a conversation with your own soul? We are just busy, 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 and we are just missing it. When do you have conversations with yourself, challenging your own beliefs? interrogating your own paradigms. Yes, everything around me indicates that life is tough. But as long as I have life, I can change that tough situation to make it flexible. I can sit down and have ideas. Today, life is so difficult, but hey, I can still interrogate my paradigms and find out how did I get here? How will I be able to move from here to where I want to go? But if we don't have these conversations with ourselves, you can live in the state of 10 years and you are still frustrated, and it wouldn't be any demon's fault. The inner hero is the control. When your inner hero is in control, you see possibilities where people see barriers. And you take action with confidence, even uncertainty. Even in uncertainty, you still take action in confidence. Because who them say, so fear will be real. And every day you give it a try. Every day. When the inner hero is in control, when your inner hero is in charge, you see possibilities where people are crying. You might cry, you might fall down too, but won't check. You pick up the pieces and move on every time you fall down. When you say every day you have life, you can transform your life. So you are better off than those who are gone, those who are dead, who have greater ideas. You may not have greater ideas, but with the little knowledge, the little idea you have, when you enable your internal inner hero, it would empower you to take action based on the small, small ideas you have concerning your life. Sit down in a state of 10 years to calculate, you realize you've come so far. Come so far. Whereas people are waiting to do great things, you'll be doing small, small things. But then you'll be determined to do these things and do them so great. The little things you do them so greatly, such that when you stand with those who are doing great things, there will be no difference. Haven't you read the parable of the sower? Some were given one, single one. Some were given two. Some were given five. But according to the giver of seeds, if the one who had one was able to work with the one and got one in return, it would still have been accounted as 100%. Why are we looking at those who have five when we can as well work with the one we have? If the one who had one was able to go to work and get just one in addition, it would still have been accounted as 100%. Just if he also had five, it was still accounted as 100%. So why these unhealthy comparisons and contrasting our lives and blaming it on any devil? Which devil at all? When we don't believe anything good is supposed to come to us. When the inner hero is in control, we see possibilities where others see barriers. Even if you don't know what to eat today, you still believe so you can have a good day tomorrow and you can eat tomorrow. That is when life is worth living. That every day you have life, you know you can make a decision that will change your life. When the inner hero is in control, we see possibilities everywhere. Even when people are seeing barriers, we see possibilities. Haven't you read of the business people who were sent on the field? Marketers went to a village where no one was wearing shoes. And while some was saying, oh, where the shoes will be anto because the people shoe. Another team said, oh, this is a huge market for us. Because if you are able to market these shoes so well, because of Bian Shempabwadan, we have everybody as a customer, mindsets, inner dialogue, internal critic, or inner hero. The same situation, but different outcomes, different results. Different results. So while others are seeing barriers, when the inner hero is enabled, we see possibilities all around us. When some businesses are folding, others will say this is opportunity for the few to make it big. The same marketing establishment, the same marketing ideas and groupings. There's nothing we can do here that will work. Sɛ mpaboa paa na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛwɔ kurom ha deɛ a, obiara ntɔ because ɔmo nhyɛ mpaboa. And saa na yɛwo wɔm, saa na ɔmo teɛ. That is their culture. We can't go changing their culture. Whereas other teams said, if we are able to market this mpaboa so well, this same village that nobody has ever worn a shoe, all of them are customers because all of them will be able to buy from us. The inner hero or the internal critic, we decide. When our inner hero is in control, when our inner hero is enabled, when our inner hero is activated, we see possibilities where everybody else sees barriers. They see barriers, and we see possibilities all around us. And we take action with confidence, even in uncertainty. Because the mental image we see will not allow us to rest until we achieve. In contrast, the inner critic is the voice of doubt, fear, and limitation. So people will run around in circles, always busy but not fruitful. Running in circles, na January, abana December, ababio. Near celebrity and birthday. Na 14th September, baby, hooray, it's another birthday. Who cares? When the inner critic is in control, it is only doubt, fear, and limitations. You are even afraid to take initiatives with your own life. It magnifies our flaws and minimizes our strength. Into obi hu anka onya yanka, anka know what that kind of strength you have. Anka sami na brabo ko, and yet because your inner critic is enabled, we struggle even to take any action with your own life. It whispers, you are not good enough. Who tells you? Your inner critic will always come in, you will never succeed. Who tells you? Those who succeeded, did they have two heads? The inner critic will always come in to tell you, what if you fail? And what if you fail comes to mind, why don't we challenge it with what if we succeed? What if we succeed? When the inner critic comes telling us, what if it doesn't work? Why don't we challenge it with what if it works? What if it works? Who tells me it's not Mr. Atikasawa? I'm not afraid I'll even make a mistake. But sometimes even ideas come, things I've not planned about it. And that is it. If we don't take actions, we'll never know how far and how best and how polished, how better we can become. So when the internal critic comes telling us we'll never succeed, what if it fails? Why don't we challenge it? Saying, what if I succeed? What if it works out? The inner critic thrives on comparison, leaving you paralyzed by the fear of judgment, afraid of what people will say. What if you put your camera on and even forget what you are going to say? What if you are not able to pronounce certain words correctly and people judge you? People are not ready to own their lives and live. When they judge you, who want to make an impact in this life? Who has judged you? Nobody. So why are we afraid of people's judgment? So much that we allow our inner critic to guide us our decisions, and we are afraid to take any meaningful decision in this life. In case you are not aware, a greater number of people are afraid to live. They are not living their full lives. They are afraid to take ownership. So when you do, definitely they will criticize you. They will make mockery of you. All champions were once laughing stocks. All inventors were once laughing stocks until they broke through. So when people laugh at you whilst you are living your life, whilst you are living a purposeful life, why should you take it to heart? When the inner critic is in control, even small obstacles feel so much unsurmountable. An opportunity slip away because we hesitate or refuse to try. You will think and think and think, overthink, just because we are afraid we are afraid to fail. So we don't even take action. It is just because the inner critic is in control. We have enabled the inner critic. And whilst we are thinking and rethinking and thinking, other people are taking action. They are failing, they are learning from it. They are falling down, they are rising. Learning, number one reason, if they want to succeed, they are not supposed to do. And we are still there, praying, fasting, thinking, reasoning. Na afiako, na afiaba, na you're celebrating a birthday. Hooray, plus one. Who said it's plus one? Who said it's plus one? Comparing the two, the inner hero builds whilst the inner critic destroys. If you don't remember anything I'm saying tonight, understand that the inner hero builds while the inner critic destroys. So when you allow the negativity inside of you to triumph, it will destroy you. You can't amount to anything. You can't do anything with your life, and it wouldn't be any demon's fault. It is because you are afraid. But when you allow the inner hero to lead, it would build you. You become better. Everything you do, it doesn't matter how small you start, you'll be able to grow with it. You become better by the day. As I go to YouTube, TheLadyKeziah, go watch my videos. In the beginning, today I said I won't delete them. When I watch them, I laugh. But every day I'm improving. Every day I am improving. Is that not what life is supposed to be? Is that not how life is supposed to be? That we grow by the day. I watch my own YouTube videos from the beginning. Last year when I turned 50, I started YouTubing. And I watch some of the videos and I laugh. But every day I am improving. Who said it's comfortable? So me camera and I'm the light at me so and I start speaking. But every day I am on it, I am improving. And ultimately, that's how life is supposed to be. If we are afraid to take steps, if we are afraid to do life, if we are afraid to do the things that our spirit, soul, and body are prompting us to do, how can we become better? If somebody told me I'll be able to put camera on me and speak 40 minutes, 1 hour, 20 minutes, whatever, I would say, no, that is not my thing. But today it has become my thing. That if you leave me, I can do this thing every day, a whole year. How did this conviction come? When I started, when I take the first small step, even if you watch the video and you laugh, me, I don't care. This is what I want to do. If you are not doing anything and this is what I want to do, and you judge me, why should I take it into consideration? Go put a camera on you and start speaking to, so then you have the moral right to come judge me. Until you are doing the same thing, how dare you judge me? I won't mind you. I'll mind you. So when the inner hero is activated, we build. It builds us up. It builds us up. We allow people who are not ready to own their lives and live, judge us. We are afraid. It is your life, so live it your way. Activate your inner hero, such that even when you are crying, even when you fall down, you know me, I will rise up again. I will march on regardless. Today, the video wasn't good. Today, I will do it well. That is it. That even if life gets so tough, you know, Samedana me wuna me nyankankwa dia, I have to make good use of that life. That can only happen for us when the inner hero is activated. That will build us. But when we enable the inner critic, it will only destroy us. It will prevent us from becoming better. Bibiba would think when ideas come and you want to take action, the inner critic, the internal critic will come saying, what makes you think you can do this? Who said you can speak well? Who said you make mistakes? Look at the people who are YouTubing. Can you do it? That is the internal critic. But when we empower the inner hero, it will tell you, even when you make mistakes, you improve. Even when you use the word incorrectly, you will learn from it. And that alone gives you so much excitement that you are learning. The inner hero inspires action, action, action. Whilst we are praying and fasting for a good life, some people are taking action and they are getting the results. And we are only praying and fasting and believing God. And God says, my daughter, take the baby step. Take the baby step. I'll give you the courage. I'll give you the motivation. And yet I am afraid. I am afraid because people will laugh at me. Because when I put the camera on me, I will not be able, I wouldn't even know what to say. So people will laugh. No, that is not your business. Your business is to take action. Your business is to believe that you deserve a good life. Your business is to find God for yourself. Your business is to determine the kind of life you want to live and take action. Whether somebody judges you, whether somebody thinks you don't qualify, whether somebody thinks you don't deserve, that is their business too. While the inner critic provokes inaction, the hero pushes us forward into growth every day. 14th September last year, I told my soul that I'm in the student's mood. Because of that, there is no day menda asori asakoda. I mean your opportunity to learn that every day. And the more we learn, the more we realize we don't know much. We don't know much. The universe, God has so much to show us, to teach us, but we are not teachable. So we suppress, we close up on our inner heroes, and then we activate our inner critic, who is only in destroying us. And God can't do anything because choose ye therefore the life you want to live. If we want miserable life, he would endorse it. If we think we deserve a good life, he'll give us the power to make good decisions too. The inner hero inspires. The inner hero will tell you, no matter what is happening around you, take that baby steps and believe that you'll be able to make it work. The inner hero inspires action, while the inner critic provokes inaction. The hero pushes you forward into growth, while the critic pulls you backward into stagnation. One fills you with self-belief, while the other drains you with self-doubt. Why, why do we say we are created in the image and likeness of God, and we turn around to think we don't deserve a good life and think we are not enough? Because one will be certificates and you think they are well educated than you. Haven't you realized that the well educated are being employed by those who are not too much educated? Haven't you realized that? So everybody has something to do with his or her life. Haven't you realized that the well educated are being employed by those who are not too much educated? So do we have any excuse that is legitimate? No. I'm not beautiful enough. In whose eyes? I'm not good on camera because I can't speak. Who said we enjoy being in front of camera and just speaking? But we are passionate about what we want to do. Who said you need to be beautiful according to the standard of somebody before you can be on camera? Who said you need degrees in communication before you can start doing something concerning speaking or communicating properly? So one fills us with self-belief and the other drains us with self-doubt. Both voices serve a purpose. The inner critic, when balanced, can help you reflect, correct mistakes, and avoid recklessness. The danger is when it dominates, silencing your courage. When you allow your inner critic to dominate, it would silence your courage. Nti ebi baabi no, na nka wo so mpɛ ho asɛm wɔ wiase. Me de misuro me ho, me de mintumi nyɛ. Ɛnyɛ wo na wosuro wo ho. What keka nsɛm akyerɛ wo ho ama afei wo nka na obi bi agye atom sɛ wo deɛ, you don't deserve a good life. So anything that will make you work towards a good life, you believe it's not for you. And your courage will be silenced. Your courage will be silenced. Your courage will be silenced. The inner hero must not blind you to reality. His strength lies in optimism paired with wisdom. It doesn't mean because your inner hero is activated, there won't be problems, there won't be come. But the real power comes from deciding who takes the lead. Into na wankasa wone wo ho have a conversation who leads your inner hero. It doesn't mean this negativity won't come to your mind, but you'll be able to silence them. So yes, success belongs to those who consciously choose their inner hero. Success belongs to those who consciously choose their inner hero. They acknowledge the critic, but do not surrender to it. They acknowledge the negativity. They acknowledge all that, but they don't pay attention. They don't focus on it. They don't dwell on it. They don't surrender to it. They let courage, vision, and belief guide their steps, while using the critic's caution only as tool for growth. Into what one word dream Bekacho say you can't do it, and giving you reasons why you can't do it, then you allow your inner hero to take the actions that your inner critic was telling you because of this you can't work, and work on them so that you become better. And that is it. Success belongs to those who consciously choose their inner hero. They acknowledge the critic, but do not surrender to it. They let courage, vision, and belief guide their steps, while using their critic's caution only as a tool for growth. So what if it fails comes to mind, you ask yourself, why will I fail? Once you get the reasons why you are likely to fail, you use those reasons to your benefit. Use them to your advantage, and you are good. Failure, on the other hand, follows those who give the critic free rein. Those who allow fear and doubt to dictate every decision. Idea be about what if it doesn't work comes, and you dwell on it. Dwell on the reasons your brain is giving you why it wouldn't work, why it would fail. Whilst other people are using that same reasons, their mind is telling them that because of this and this and that, it won't work. They are using that same reason and making it work for them. At the end of the day, life is a battle of voices. It is the battle of the mind. The mind is the battlefield. Life is the battle of voices. Your hero and your critic will both speak. Your hero and your critic will both speak. But you must decide who has the microphone. Your hero and your critic would both speak. But you must decide who has the microphone. You must decide who you pay attention to. Who must decide who you give attention to. You must decide which action you take. If you choose your hero, you step into possibility, resilience, and purpose. If you choose your critic, you remain trapped in fear, hesitation, and regrets. The whole week, I'm advocating, go get a copy of The Regrets of the Dying and read. If you choose your critic, you remain trapped in fear, hesitation, and regrets. The regrets of the dying, the things people knew they were supposed to have done, and they didn't. Only on their sick beds, their dying beds, for them to come out to say, there are so many regrets. When you choose your critic, you remain trapped in fear, hesitation, and regrets. The decision is ours to make. Who controls our lives? Decide who controls your life. Life is a journey filled with choices, and at the heart of it lies one of the most important decisions you would ever make, and that is who controls your life. For some, control is handed over unconsciously to the opinions of others, either to fear or to circumstances. Ɔno ankasa ni n'abrabɔ ɔrebɔ. For others, control is seized with clarity and courage, allowing them to live with intention and purpose. The difference between the two paths is the difference between living passively or living fully. And too often, people let society dictate the direction of their lives. In Tiana, we just go through life in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Sometimes the awareness comes early 40s, or sometimes even late 40s. What if we had this awareness in our 20s, even the teenage years? Internet say, "Ababon half or we still half already." People let society dictate the direction of their lives. They choose careers, relationship. Obi anya obi ono person wa no bitimi hwe nanim ka say we dey onfata wo. As if say on no nipa no kwakotena akobobra. Onfata wo in what terms? And then you end up going to marry their society think of fata wo. And you choose a career so that you feed the ego of somebody. Or what does your daughter do? Oh, she's this. What does your son do? Oh, he's this. Have you considered where he wants his or her life to go? We choose lifestyles not because they reflect our true values or desires, but because we fit in. They are all buying this, you to go and buy it. Because we want to fit in, gain approval, or avoid criticism. Are we really living, or we are just existing? In this way, people's lives are controlled not by vision, but by fear of rejection. Obia yewa nyebia, just why odd. Who said you are supposed to fit in when you are to stand out? A community, a group, a society where you can be yourself. You are supposed to embrace everybody else's perspective. What about the brain you were given? What about the brain you are giving? This is what you want, but I can pick your perspective and add mine. Who said I'm supposed to live your perspective? People surrender control to their inner critic. That voice of doubt, you are not good enough. You fail. When I say, "Wo betimi aye we," and you too, what you to say, "Wo untumi nye we." You should not even try. Oh no, we did be before. We didn't ye. Says who? Says who? When fear and self-doubt take the driver's seat, dreams are delayed and potential remains locked away. When fear and self-doubt take the driver's seat, dreams are delayed and potential remains locked away. Not because you are not capable. You have the capacity, but you are just afraid to live. On the other hand, those who decide to control their own lives live differently. They listen to advice, but do not allow it to overshadow their inner compass. They value growth over comfort, purpose over popularity, and authenticity over approval. By consciously taking control, they embrace responsibility, understanding that every choice, every decision they make today is an investment in the life they will live tomorrow. Every decision, every action they take or refuse to take is an investment in the life they will live tomorrow. Deciding who controls your life does not mean you ignore others or reject guidance. It means you recognize that at the end of the day, you are the one accountable for your happiness, your progress, and your legacy. Because no one else can walk our paths for us. When it comes to your life journey, people can contribute to a certain point, but no one else can walk it for us. No one else will bear the weight of our regrets. The responsibility, therefore, rests with us. So ask yourself, are you living a script written by others, or are you writing your own? Ask yourself, are you living a script written by others, or are you writing your own script? Are you guided by fear, or are you led by vision? The power to decide who controls your life is already in your hands. If you don't claim it, and if I don't claim it, someone else will. Someone else will. In the end, life is too short to live by someone else's rules. Therefore, take ownership, take responsibility, and live with intention. Decide today, 14 days to 14 September, my birthday. This is the message I'm living with you. Take ownership of your life. Take ownership of your life. Take responsibility and live with intention. Decide today and every day who controls your life. Yes, life is too short to live by someone else's rules, because in the end, life is too short to live by someone else's rule. Too many people wake up each day carrying the burden of expectations placed on them by family, friends, society, or even cultural traditions. They shape their lives not out of genuine conviction, but out of fear of disappointing others. And yet, the uncle person in Abraboyini, but afraid of disappointing others. Disappointing colleagues, disappointing friends, disappointing the people you want to belong in there, keeping up with the Joneses. So they shape their lives not out of genuine conviction, not their own convictions, but out of fear of disappointing others. Yet the truth remains no one else will walk in your shoes. After you put on the public facade out there, your soul will bleed, and that will be your soul, not anyone else's soul. No one else will face the consequences of your choices, and no one else will live the life that belongs to you. That responsibility and privilege belongs only to you because it's your life, just like it solely belongs to me when it comes to my life. To live by someone else's rules is to surrender your freedom. It means silencing your own voice and burying your dreams under the weight of seeking approval. It often creates a life that looks good from the outside but feels empty within. And that is why when you hear people's perspectives, you are not supposed to run by them. You weigh them against your values, against your paradigms, and pick what is good out of what they are sharing and everything other people say, even when they're against your values. Approval may come, but fulfillment rarely does. A lot of people you see and you think are so successful until you get closer to them and realize they are not a satisfied soul. Approval may come, but fulfillment rarely comes. We are too comfortable with other people's approval, silencing our own voice and burying our dreams under the weight of approval seeking. Approval may come, but fulfillment, it rarely does. And these are two different dimensions of life. Life, in its brevity, does not afford us the luxury of being someone else's copy. You can't be a photocopy of another. Life calls us to be original, intentional, and authentic. Taking ownership and responsibility for our lives begin with the recognition that our choices are the seeds of our future. Every decision, small or big, is an investment in the person you are becoming. Every decision, every choice, whether small or big, is an investment. Investment in the person we are becoming. Ownership means you stop blaming others for where you are and instead focus on where you can go. People have made choices and decisions which have brought their lives to where they are today, and yet they want to blame everybody but themselves. Until we take ownership and realize we are where we are because of our decisions and choices, we will never grow and we will never get out of any situation. It is only when we take ownership and analyze what brought us to the place we hate to be that we'll be able to sit back and ask, where do I want to be? And then we find out how we'll be able to bridge the gap between where we are now and where we want to go. It comes out of ownership. Ownership means you stop blaming others for where you are and instead focus on where you can go. It means understanding that while circumstances may influence you, they do not have the final say. Your response does. Your response does, regardless of the circumstances around us. Although they might influence us, they do not have the final say. Our responses do. Living with intention is the art of choosing direction rather than drifting. Running around in circles, no direction, no focus, no roadmap, just busy and yet not fruitful. Living with intention is the art of choosing a direction rather than drifting. It is asking yourself, what values define me? What vision am I working toward? What vision am I working toward? What impact do I want to leave behind? What values define me? What vision am I working toward? What impact do I want to leave behind? When we live with intention, we are no longer swayed by every opinion or controlled by every criticism. Instead, we build our own roadmap, guided by clarity and conviction, your conviction and my conviction. Deciding who controls your life is not a one-time choice, but a daily one. Every day we have the gift of life. We make this decision. Will I allow my internal critic to lead or my inner hero? Each morning, you decide whether to let fear, comparison, or external voices run your life, or whether to step into your own power and lead yourself with purpose. The greatest freedom comes when you realize you no longer need permission to live your truth. The greatest freedom comes when we realize we no longer need permission to live our truth. In the end, to be wasted on imitation, people pleasing, or fear. Therefore, take ownership of your journey. It is your journey, so take ownership. Take responsibility for your choices. Live with intention so that when your days are counted, you can look back knowing you lived as you. Live with intention so that when your days are counted, when you look back and acknowledge as to whether you lived fully, freely, and authentically, time will tell. And your soul, you can't lie to. You can lie to everybody else, you can't lie to your soul. So decide today and every day who controls your life. Who controls your life? Are you living a script written by others or you are writing yours? Are you living a script written by others or you are writing yours? Life can feel like a play. Yeah. And each of us an actor on our stage. Life. Well, let me put it into sometimes life can be with each of us an actor on its stage. But the question is, Whose script are you following? Whose script are you following? For many, the lines they speak, the roles they play, and even the direction of their story were written long before they had the chance to think for themselves. Mhm. That's why I said, until you are ready to take your own decisions, your life hasn't begun. Watch my video on Monday. Until you are ready to take your own decisions as a full agentic adult, not a schoolboy who's under the care and watch of somebody else, but a full agentic adult. Until you are ready to take your own decision, your life hasn't begun. So when life becomes like a play with all of us as actors on a stage, who scripts the lines you speak, the roles you play, and even the direction of your story? Are they your scripts written by you? For some, these scripts were written long before they even had the chance to think for themselves. When other people hand them scripts, what career to pursue, what success should look like, your life and someone else is deciding for you what a successful life is supposed to look like, because they are comparing their journey with yours, whereby what might mean self-actualization to them means nothing to you. And yet, because you don't live like they do, they think you are not successful. So other people are tempted to read from scripts written to them by other people, and yet it is their lives. They are teaching you, telling you what success should look like, whom to love, and how to live. Without realizing it, countless people end up living lives that do not belong to them. Lives that do not belong to them, performing for an audience that may never truly applaud. You are just performing, and your soul is bleeding because that is not your life. Living a script written by others feels safe because it gives the illusion of certainty. You fit in, you avoid criticism, and you fulfill expectations. But beneath the surface, there is a nagging emptiness, a whisper that asks, is this really me? Is this the life I want to live? Why am I allowing this nonsense in my life? All these questions will come knocking at your door. The danger of following someone else's script is that it silences your authentic voice and kills your dream even before they are done. Born. Idea ne ba utima de udi awudwi hu ne di obi beka. So you can't even brainstorm. You can't do mindstorming concerning your own life, concerning your dreams to get ideas on how to improve. Idea ne ba wadwi mu a de awudwi hu ne di obi beka as to whether they will accept that from you or not. And if you live like that, you may achieve what looks like success, but still feel unfulfilled because deep down, you know you are not living your life. Writing your own script, however, is the act of courage. When everybody is going A and you say, I want to go B, please. No, this is not for me, please. You need an act of courage. It requires questioning traditions, challenging norms, and sometimes disappointing those who expect you to conform. It means taking responsibility for your choices, knowing that you cannot blame anyone else if things go wrong. You take responsibility for your wins and your losses too. You know, bibi ebesi bia ona ma akwansa na esi. Wa ma kwayankesi. It also means experiencing the deep joy and freedom that comes with authenticity, because it is your life and it is your script and it is your role and you are playing that role. Even mistakes become valuable because they are yours. Lessons from a life truly lived, not borrowed. And the peace of mind that comes with it, you have no idea. You have no idea. This does not mean rejecting wisdom or advice from other people. It means filtering those voices through your own values and vision. When people share their perspectives, you weigh them against your values and your vision. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If you can filter it and use it to your advantage, why not? But you don't allow people to damn their perspectives on you and you are running with it. What happens to your own brain? What happens to your own values and your vision? You can draw inspiration, but ultimately, you must decide what aligns with the story you want your life to tell. Yes, at the end of the day, you must decide what aligns with the story of your life. You must decide what aligns with the story you want your life to tell. What's not what other people are teaching you to do. Your script should reflect your passions, your principles, and your purpose, not just someone's idea of what is right for you. So pause and reflect. Are you living according to a script handed down to you? Are you right, or you are writing one that reflects who you truly are? Are you living according to a script handed down to you? Or are you writing one that reflects who you truly are? Life is too short to perform roles that don't resonate with your soul. Life is too short to perform roles that don't resonate with your soul. You owe it to yourself to pick up the pen, create your own storyline, and live a life that feels honest, intentional, and free. A free, agentic adult should be able to live a life that is free, honest, and intentional, not ones that are handed to you. In the end, in the end, in the end, in the end, the most powerful story you would ever tell is not the one others expect of you, but the one you dare to write for yourself. Should I repeat? In the end, the most powerful story you will ever tell is not the one others expect of you, but the one you dare to write for yourself. In the end, the most powerful story you will ever tell is not the one others expect of you, but the one you dare to write for yourself. The story you dare to write for yourself, not the ones others expect of you, not the ones others are handing over to you. The script that you dare to write for yourself. Over to you. So I have shared. Whatever you do with the information is your responsibility too. 14 days to 14 September, this is what I want to share with you. Take ownership of your life and live. Determine what a successful life means to you and get to work. And silence your inner critic, your internal critic. Silence it so your inner hero would be able to live. Such that even when you fall down 10 times, you rise up and say, here comes me, the 11th time. Such that through all the complexities of life, you'll be able to cap your own path and you'll be able to develop your own roadmap. That you can pick perspectives from other people and live it according to your values and vision. Not what is being handed over to you. Until I come your way again, tomorrow, same time, same space, I say much love and blessings. 14 days to 14 September.